What's going on, guys? This is your boy Rain here, and today I'm here with a brand new video. I'm going to be covering Kendrick Lamar and him sweeping the Grammy Awards with basically almost every single award that you can win for the rap category. Now, he didn't win every single one. I think there's only one that he did not win, but he basically won every single award. And I think I'm going to give you guys my personal opinion on if these are deserved or if it's a situation based on popularity. And if this is a clear example of a year that was really driven off of a popularity contest because GNX sold so well all year. The album came out in December 2024 and, it sold easily the best out of all the albums even in 2025. And I feel like the selling numbers and the popularity of the project is the reason why we're here. Even though I think the record has not really been talked about like the last like 8 months, I would argue, probably since like May of 2025 was like the last time people were talking about GNX. It had a good like 6 month run. And then we moved on to different things. I think that when it comes down to the quality of the music itself, I think it's very sellable music. You know what I mean? Like, I do think GNX is not one of his best albums. Like, not really in general. It's really like a pop record. It's kind of like a humble two in a lot of ways when it comes down to the quality of it. But the main thing with Kendrick that I would have to say is that, like, is he deserving? I think he's always going to be in the conversation whenever he does drop an album. But I don't think he had the best rap album in 2025. Like, I genuinely would put people like Jid and Clips into that conversation of having a better rap album. In my personal opinion, I think the only track that won I think it was Chains and Whips from Clips that won a Grammy. Other than that, Kendrick swept all the other categories. And most of the other categories kind of involved it being pop, like pop rap songs, and not really relating it to the artistry. And I don't. I'm honestly genuinely surprised Clips did not win the album of the year this year. Like, I'm genuinely surprised that they didn't, considering that they sold so well and the album is really really good quality wise for the hip hop genre. While I think Kendrick was kind of coasting into the pop music realm of things and to ride off of the beef with Drake. And obviously his popularity exploded and he got a bunch of botting allegations and all of this shit because of it. Now, when it comes down to the competition around Kendrick Lamar, you kind of have to be like, well, you had an entire year to beat the quality and the selling numbers of GNX. And I know that the Grammys, we shouldn't sit here and be like they are the tell-all of tell-all, but they're the tell-all of tell-all of one specific thing, usually, right? And that's the popularity contest, except for the Killer Mike album stuff. That's why I personally thought they're going to go with Clips, but they went with Kendrick, and I'm not necessarily mad about it. I think it's a fine choice. I just think it would have been unique to go with somebody else. In my personal opinion, because I think it was just kind of a predictable thing to give him the Grammy because he dominated for so long until the last few months. Because the last few months have been dominated by a bunch of different headlines, and Kendrick hasn't been dropping as frequently. That being said, though, I think that Kendrick is deserving of Grammys, but I think that a lot of the note of it being pop music instead of it being just hard gritted hip hop music is kind of what made it elevate in the eyes of the Grammys in comparison to an album like Clips or Jid or even like Alfredo 2, which wasn't even nominated, but as just an example. Um, and like obviously I think people would have been more outraged if someone like Doechii won anything because like obviously she's very controversial and I don't think she deserves the controversy. I think that she's oversaturated in the market. It's not necessarily her fault, it's her label's fault. And she's very talented and she's just getting pushed really really hard and people are kind of like, all right, this is too much. You know, it's not an Ice Spice situation where she's completely irrelevant, though. They will drop off the face of the earth because Ice Spice is not as talented as Doechii. This is completely irrelevant information. But the whole point is that I want to get back to with Kendrick is that I think Kendrick Lamar, it's deserving. I think it's deserving, but I would have been more interested to see somebody else. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a huge thumbs up. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 600 subscribers. I would love to hit 600 subscribers this year. I love you guys. Have a good old jolly day.